Well, hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today, man, have I got a video for you. In fact, we're going to have a series of videos. Lift this, I'm fogging up a little bit this morning. My buddy Ken and I are on the road. We're getting ready to do the Florida Adventure Trail, or pieces of it. I want to go ahead and, as I prepare to do this, I'm riding a 2022 Triumph Tiger Rally 900 Pro. Great motorcycle. We just had them serviced by Florida Motorsports. Thank you to Florida Motorsports for always taking care of us. The bags are loaded up way heavier probably than they need to be. So as we do this, we're departing Tallahassee, Florida. We're going to try to do all of the Western Panhandle over the next 3 days. The full adventure trail is over 1,000 miles, and it takes about 10 days. But we're just looking to do this small test run. As far as maps, one of the things that we always see, or that I always see, is no one shows you what they're utilizing. I've got the Gaia GPS app on my phone, and I am tracking just a line. It doesn't give me turn by turn, it's just a blue line, so I have to pay attention to what I'm doing or I'll end up passing a turn. But we're on the pavement right now. We just, like I said, we're departing Tallahassee. We're getting ready here shortly to make a right turn, and don't know exactly how far, but we'll know. Lake Munson is over that way. We are on Crawfordville Highway, for those who know the area. And if you're getting ready to do the Florida Adventure Trail, it'll give you a little stuff, something to figure out. All right. We're about to hit our first section of dirt. We're getting a little antsy. We'll talk later, but let's get the adventure thing going. So our current situation is this: a lot of sugar sand. Most of the road down at the bottom of this hill, I don't know if you can tell, it's like really, really deep. And when I say deep, 2-3 inches deep at least. And so it will throw you all over the place. Now, there are those who are much better riders than me. You know, Ricky Carmichael's from this area, and I'm sure that when he comes blasting through here, he's probably doing it at 60 miles an hour. I'm doing it at 15 to 25. I just don't have the cojones to do that any faster. My advice to any older adventure rider who just wants to get their toes wet and play and enjoy themselves without breaking their necks is to just do it. Hey, brother, you there? All right, I'm coming back. I'm on my way. All right, bye. All right, don't know if you heard that. That was my buddy. He has taken a spill. And so we've got communicators, but, you know, I get ahead. You know, it's just one of those things. Like, you know, hey, I'm not hurt. It's just a slow fall over. But I got to go through this thick sand. So this is pretty deep. And, you know, I don't know what the camera picks up, but, you know, as long as I'm kind of letting the bike do what it wants to do, it doesn't seem to be as bad. If I fight it, if I fight it, I end up doing that. Nah, if it pulls you out of the rut, you know, then you're kind of stuck there. You can't just correct and like you would normally do. All right. It's easy to drop it though out here, man. I didn't realize I'd gotten this far ahead of him. All right. There's another deep spot up here, I remember, but these are the kind of things you can expect. We're not in a hurry. We don't care, you know, like I said, our goal, our intent was to, you know, ride the entire Western Panhandle. If it's all sugar sand like this, we daggum sure won't make it, that's for sure. Because I know my skill level will not have me going fast enough to do, you know, 400 miles in a day, or 400 miles in 3 or 4 days. I don't feel fast. Yeah, I think it's packed under this. It's just that 3 inches, 2 inches, or whatever. Ooh, yeah. Did you go down hard, or did you just kind of tipple-topple?
Tipple-topple.
Well, that's good.
Like this and just...
I'll bet you looked awesome doing it, though, man.
It really wasn't that bad. It really was just like kind of...
Fell over in our garage kind of thing.
All right.
There's a couple of ways we can do it. I can get on that side and pull while you lift, or we can just both. Whoop. I'm looking for a handhold right there. There we go. I got a handhold. 1, 2, 3. Up. Can you straighten the wheel out? There you go. There we go. Nice. All right. That was easy. Kick the sand out from under where the kickstand will go, and then drop your stand. I think it'll be good. It's just like 3 inches of that. There you go. Oh man, look at my life. We went back to help him up at the bottom of the hill that's so deep. So this is him. He's got to get through this because it's 3-4 inches deep right there. It is deep, deep, deep. He's going right through it though. Looks good. Looks good. Looking good, brother. Looking good. All right. We had a lot of sugar sand, the sweet business, and now we are entering hell. Tates Hell. We'll tell you the story about why it's called Tates Hell, but let's ride. You see what it looks like? Beautiful pine trees, a lot of sand, a lot of rocks. So it's going to be good. Let's ride. All right, here we go. All right, so the story of Tates Hell is the one of a very superstitious farmer that lived in Sumatra, Florida, that was near Caribel. Jebediah was a Civil War veteran, and his wife was a half Cherokee Indian. He bought 160 acres for $5 right after the war. Sebe Tate helped clear his dad's land, chased cattle, gathered pine oil. His mom died of yellow fever sometime shortly after the Civil War. It was pretty tough back then, and Sebe's father made a pact with a local medicine man for good fortune. He said that as long as they stayed out of the tiny cypress forest and gave the medicine man 1 pig a year, he would have good fortune. Well, for 3 years, Jebediah gave up a pig to the medicine man, and things were really good. But in 1874, he decided to keep the pig and deny the old Indian. The medicine man told him, "You're going to see hard times, and you're going to go through hell." That year, Jebediah died from malaria. The pine trees gave very little oil, and the sugar cane was stunted, and the scrub cows that provided them beef started to just disappear. But the pigs ate good and multiplied fast, and Sebe had to build 2 new pig pens in the fall. In spring of 1875, Sebe ordered a bride from New York City. She was a fiery German immigrant, and she was Jewish, so she could not eat pigs. So she ate corn and potatoes and pancakes and that sort of thing. But she wanted beef. She had to have beef. So Sebe took off into the woods to find a cow, any cow, to satisfy his bride. So he grabbed his shotgun and his hunting dogs, and he went out into the swamp looking for a cow. His dogs took off chasing a panther, and he lost his gun in the mud. Sebe Tate was lost in the swamp for 7 days and nights. So Sebe went into the dwarf cypress stand to escape the bugs and fell asleep against the trees that were protected by the medicine man's magic. Sebe woke up when he was bitten by a snake and ran blindly through the swamp, delirious from the bite and from drinking the murky waters. Finally, he came to a clearing near Caribel, Florida, living only long enough to murmur these words, "My name is Sebe Tate, and I just came through hell." And ever since, the legend and the forbidden swamp has been known as Tates Hell. Yeah, see if you can plank on it. Very nice. Look how deep that sand is, man. Look at that.
They got through it okay.
Yeah, well, I got lucky. Once we get it kind of past that little point, 1, 2, 3, go. There we go. Okay. Hang on your kickstands now. Let me get on the other side. Lean it towards you a tad. Here we go. All right, she's up. Why don't you crank it, and we'll use it to push itself. There we go. I'm going to be on the back here. You ready? Here we go. All right. I got you holding up, so just climb on up on it. There you go. All right. Well, you're good now. All right, 1, 2, 3. Easy, easy. There you go. Perfect. Nice. Whew. You look like you went down pretty hard on that one. Say that it's time for a new windshield, that's for sure.
Hanging on there, so.
Okay, all right, we'll deal with it. Well, if we have to, we'll take the thing off. We got tools. So, you ready? Either it's getting lighter or we're getting stronger. Don't apologize, man. It happens. I'm sorry that anything got broken on this thing. All right, so yeah, I think that our best course of action is going to be take this thing off of here.
I don't want to get caught in the storm. That's not going to do anything.
All right, I'm going to turn it on and see if we're in neutral. Okay, so what I was going to do is I was going to grab the rail here and the frame there, the crash bar, and just pull it.
Take it out?
Yeah, I think we just push it straight back. You ready? 1, 2, 3, go. There we go. All right, brother. I tell you right now, you'd be out a set of mirrors, wouldn't you? I'm glad you're okay, brother. That was a hard fall. That one scared me a little bit. All right, so Ken and I are outside of Caribel Junction. This place is really cool. The food was good. The folks were really nice. But, you know, we were hungry when we got here, so we didn't run the camera because we were probably too worried about getting food. Ken said he was tired. Why are you tired, brother?
Have you ever picked up a motorcycle 3 times?
As a matter of fact.
Plus my neck hurts from driving down the road because I have no windshield anymore.
You know, I'm
Who
so
needs
glad.
a windshield?
Yeah, windshield,
I
sminshield.
don't want to get rid of that thing for a while.
So, you know, it's good when you got friends who can laugh, because the big thing you worry about, obviously, is getting hurt and damaging the motorcycle. This is what's left of his windshield right there. That's a big piece of it. And then
This is the part I like. It's adjustable from the side. You want to block your hand, or you can put it back over here.
You know, I think that should.
Or you can, you know.
Yeah, you can protect your knees.
Yeah, or if you want to raise it up. Like, isn't that nice?
That looks good, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then,
I guess this other half over here was just shattered. It's just gone, huh?
well, I think I know where it's at if I want to go get it.
It's somewhere in Tates Hell.
Yeah, it's in the ditch at Tates Hell if we want to go get it. I think I can fix that.
Yeah, I've got some JB Weld.
Nice.
I'll tell you what, so the double take mirrors, I'm going to say these things,
They got a triple take today.
they are worth their weight in gold, because a standard mirror would have been snapped off three times. Three times, absolutely it would be. So I hate that, but what we're going to do, there's a volunteer fire department right down the road. We're going to go over there, get in the shelter. Looks like it's going to be a big storm. So we're going to head down there, get some rain protection, disassemble a windshield, or at least make this, you know. But I do like that, man. That's kind of nice.
Isn't that nice? See, normally they only adjust up and down. Now
It's left to right.
See, look at that. You know what? If I tighten this one down really tight, I think I could go with it like
You
that.
just lean on that one side,
Yeah,
just
I
kind
just would not want to fall again.
No. What's amazing to me is after all those falls, none of this stuff, like the lights,
All those falls.
after that one particular fall,
You know what the weird thing is too is that I keep falling to the same side.
consistency
What
is
does
key.
What does that mean? I haven't perfected the fall to the right yet, so I keep doing it.
Well, I will say that the cage has done a good job.
I will say this though, I swear that I've dumped more gas out of this on its side because I can smell the gas, the fumes.
Right.
It's got a leak.
Yeah.
And I'm about a quarter tank lower than you are right now, so it's got to be in the sand.
It's leaking out of the top. It only
Not
leaks
really.
when it's upside down.
That's true.
All right, well, we're gonna head down to the fire department and do some disassembling. All right, so we're still in Caribel, Florida, waiting for a storm to pass. It's running a little bit north of here, pretty big storm, but hopefully the roads won't be too soggy. We'll gas up, we're gonna run back up into Tates Hell and then north up to Bluntstown. There's some difficult routes that we'll be hitting. We'll see how they go, but it's been a pretty good day. I'll show you the cleanup on Ken's bike. We did get got the toolkit out and got the pieces of the windshield taken off the motorcycle. So now it's cleaned up. At least it's not going to rattle around and make a bunch of noise and possibly throw shards of plastic up at him. It's nap time. So we're just going to sit here, take a little nap. It's nice and cool. And we'll gas up, get back at it. There he is. It's beautiful, man. We're down here just on the west side of Caribel. And new bridge. I don't know what the old bridge looked like. Could have been one of those beat up steel ones that they've replaced. Be careful, Ken. There's sand here, okay? All right, buddy. We got a nice little bridge, though, to look over. Very nice. Beautiful. Just beautiful. You gotta love that, man. Look at that, man. Isn't that crazy? That's just wild, isn't it? Yep, that's the way we going. Yes, sir. That is so pretty, man. You can see all the little cutouts, look like people putting with kayaks or canoes back there. That's awesome, man. That's beautiful. Got a little ramp right there to put your boat in. We'll see how bad this sand's gonna be. Wow, look at this. That's cool, huh? That is awesome. All right, well, we are approaching a camp area called Camel Lake. It's in the Apalachicola National Forest. They've been doing some controlled burns out here, but it doesn't smell or anything. You see they're digging fire breaks and stuff. But the road's pretty good and packed. A little rocky, you know, but not bad. I love it. It's been a great day. We put in a lot of miles. You know, when I say a lot, it's not a lot of miles for a road person, but for, you know, we've been 160 miles. But, you know, when you're averaging, let's see, we averaged about 29 miles an hour because we had a workaround when we ran into some issues. But other than that, man, it was a pretty darn perfect day as far as riding is concerned. We did have a couple of little mechanical things with Ken when he fell, but you know, he wasn't hurt, and I'll help him fix the bike when we get it back, so won't be a problem. If I tear something up, he'll help me fix it when we get back too. I encourage every geezer that still has the physical prowess to get out on an adventure bike to do it. It will sure make you feel like a boy. Hopefully this campground is open. We'll find out in a minute. It said it was online. All right, well, let's see what's up. All right, well, you know, when Coach Vic and I have days and we finish our rides, we always do a closeout. So we left Tallahassee, Florida this morning at roughly 6:30. We got gas, got on the road, and it was perfect weather. We knew that there was a storm front coming through, so we made any sort of adjustments in order to reach Caribel at the appropriate time so that we could seek shelter in the storm, because there was going to be electricity. We were worried a lot more about that than the water. But today was an interesting day. A lot of sand. So I figured we could talk to adventure riders, older, aging adventure riders, about our experience, what we learned, where we shined, and where we might have failed, even though we didn't fail. We always shine.
We learned a lot. I learned a lot. Learned how to fall.
You did learn. Well, you know what?
I knew how to fall. I was pretty good at falling before. but usually it's on concrete. This was in the sand.
I will say that the sand that we rode on later in the day, I would not have been able to ride the speed that I was riding earlier in the day. The amount of learning, I mean, did you feel that way? Did you feel like, holy cow, man, I'm actually starting to get this?
That's what I was thinking right before I fell each time. Because I fell 3 times. I fell on each segment. I fell in the beginning.
You didn't fall in that last section when we went into Tates Hell and over the bridge and all that. You didn't fall there.
Yeah, but that wasn't bad, really.
That
did have some sandy
Yeah,
spots, but I kind of figured out how to pick a line, and I did get a little better. There's definitely an art to riding in that, and obviously I haven't mastered it, but I'm not joking. I think classes. I would love to have somebody that knows how to ride in there. It's almost like I think you got to do, for me, the opposite of what I want to do. Like, because as soon as I see a big pile of sand coming up, I come off the throttle and slow, and that probably makes the bike dive. Where if I had more confidence, I might not speed up, but I would let the bike work its way through it. I mean, I'm sure it's designed for that. I'm just not, because you didn't fall today, right in the beginning, where I thought for sure you were going down. How you say that, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the rest of the day, of course, I never saw you because you were so far ahead of me because you were riding faster than me and not falling. And that ought to teach me something right there. The proper speed has a lot to do with it. I think you can go too slow. I could be wrong. I'd like to have somebody that really knows how to ride through it.
Maybe we can get Matt from Florida Motorsports, because he's like a pro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's one of those things where it was like, hey, when this happens, you're going to want to do this. Don't do that.
Yeah,
do this instead. Do the opposite, or don't chop the throttle. Don't gun it, or maybe give it a little gas to lift the nose up or a little bit more or something. I don't know.
So you can leave comments below and you can tell us how we suck or whatever, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But if you're going to say we suck, do not provide criticism without a solution. Make sure that you comment down below and you give us some solutions to riding in the sand. Go well with people that just gripe and complain. Those people I got no time for. But if you do have solutions and you are a skilled rider, don't hesitate to enlighten others. I will say that when we first started today, it was funny. We immediately, when we got off the pavement, there was no warm up. As soon as you were off the freaking pavement,
it was like
that first section, it's like that sand was probably 8 inches deep. You could barely get through it. And then I'm thinking, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the hammer. I'm going to be, like Danilo Petrucci in Dakar, and I'm just going to drop the hammer. And I almost ended up like Danilo Petrucci in Dakar with broken ribs and a punctured lung because I was going way too fast for my ability. And I hit a huge spot of sand. That was the moment he was talking about where I have no idea other than I'm like, holy crap, I'm about to go down and go down hard. This is going to be ugly. And we're 5 minutes in the sand. But after that, started working through it and feeling more comfortable with it. But tomorrow's another day, and you're only as good as the day you ride. So we'll see what tomorrow holds. But I guess my epiphanies are: be patient with yourself, enjoy riding, enjoy the experience. Doesn't matter if you're in sand or mud or on pavement or whatever. But another thing, so the Florida Adventure Trail. Now the Florida Adventure Trail, they have routes and then they have alternate routes, and you can comment down below. Like the Florida Adventure Trail map that I'm using, I'll drop a picture of it right here. Now, I don't know if the red sections actually indicative of anything. Or, I don't know if they mean that the red sections are hard, the black sections are muddy, if the blue sections give you the blues. I don't know. If you know, comment down below, because I don't know.
I'm wondering if it's like ski slopes.
Yeah, you would think, man, they would give us a clue. Other than just
maybe you didn't download that part where it said don't go here.
Yeah, it is what it is. Now there was another map for the Panhandle Adventure Trail that's different, and it is in areas where it'll say this is a hard section or watch this because of mud or rain or whatever. And that was another thing, rain and stuff. everything was super dry, so nothing was really a problem there. The equipment that we're using, and I'll do some, we'll do some videos after we get back. We'll break it down into sections on the boots that we used, the pants that we wore, the jackets that we wore, and the jerseys that we wore, and that sort of thing, and our thoughts on how they worked. Also, the camping side of it.
Yeah, the gnats are lovely.
The gnats, yeah. You know, again, we are not your, you know, your quintessential campers, all right? We're more the guy that's like, okay, I want a fresh pressed cup of coffee and a newspaper brought to the room. We were talking, we're in a campground, and it's like, this is roughing it to us.
It's actually pretty nice here, actually. I get it. I could camp anywhere if I wanted to, but I definitely don't want to stay in a hotel room. I mean, I'm not that. I mean, that's part of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Is I want to be out here. I mean, do you hear that? Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, it's awesome.
And that's what's so fantastic about it, is that all I hear is the birds and this gnat in my ear that won't leave me alone. Other than that.
Other than that. And I do want to say something else too, because Ken mentioned earlier when we were riding that it felt like time stopped today when we left. It was very interesting. We had been riding 2 hours and it felt like we were just riding all day, or maybe 10 minutes. It was just the time space continuum changed. And I think that in a world where everything is instant right now, TV, get it now, get it now, get it now, Amazon, order it, it'll be here tomorrow, that sort of thing, to slow your brain down to where you're not getting those dopamine hits of all of the electrical stimulus is a good thing. And the riding thing, you really have to focus on what you're doing. If not, you're gonna face plant. There's no doubt about it. So paying attention to what you're doing, the world's slowing down, you're not on your cell phone, you're not doing things that you normally do. It really has been nice. So we've got at least 2 more days of this tomorrow. So, you know, maybe 3. But so today we did Tallahassee to Bristol, Camel Lake Campground. I'll show you the lake here in a minute. But it's beautiful. Anything you'd like to add, brother?
I'm going to sleep well tonight.
All right. Well, there you have it. Spoken like Socrates, or Socrates, however you want to say it. I'll close out the video with a little shot of the water and everything, because the sun's kind of going down. It's starting to get a little weather looking, might have a little rain tonight, which would be nice. So I want you to do me a favor. You go out by the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you are definitely doing it wrong. Now you go seize the day, and I'll see you on the road or on the trail real soon. Here we go.